We are live. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are. This is Nauris coming live from Canada. Today, I have with me Najwa and our beautiful guest, Sally. What we are going to talk about today, it's a specific topic. It's the which is the fear. Um, Usually, when we try to do something new, or we think about let's do something unusual, we get that feeling, and we are skeptical, and we had that natural um, fear that can impact our decision. And this is like it's daily on daily basis we can have that feeling. So thank you, lady, for joining me today, and we're just going to have a quick call and talk about fear. I'm going to start with Sally, and I want to hear from you, what do you think about fear and how we overcome fear on daily basis.
Well, first, I would like to thank you, ladies, for this nice invitation. I'm really happy to be with you this morning. And as soon as Najwa just told me about the topic that we're going to talk about fear, I was super excited, and I was so encouraged to hop in with you. Because as you said, fear is a very common and strong emotion that every one of us deal with on daily basis, day in, day out, at home, at work, with the family, with relationships, with everything. So the thing that I found out about fear is I think many people try to resist their fear a lot, and they try to kind of deal with it as something scary, or like anything that brings fear to them. They are very afraid to step in and even try to explore what's on the other side. And this fear is coming from the unknown, or like the uncertainty, or just maybe they are afraid of looking bad, or maybe they are afraid of failing in this new thing, or what would people say about me if I do this or I do that. So whatever the reason why, of why they are afraid, they just try to push it away and not deal with it. But over time, I realized that we cannot do that, because fear will never go away. We are humans, right? And every human being is we are wired in a way that we are afraid, because this is our alert to danger.
Exactly.
Anything dangerous around us, including the unknown, anything unknown is dangerous for us. But not every danger is a bad thing. Some risky or dangerous things, you can still take it, and it's going to turn out into a big or a good danger, right? Because it's a calculated risk. So I realized that everybody can just step on the other side if they know how to handle their fear, not try to push it away, because it's not going to go anywhere. Fear
Yeah.
is there everywhere with all of us. So yeah, I'm super excited to talk about it. Like, we have to deal with it, not run away from it.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
I
Najwa.
do. I do agree with you, Sally. Like, I want to say good morning, ladies. Good morning to everyone watching us, and thank you so much for you ladies to sharing this amazing topic with me. And I want to add something. I totally agree what you say, Sally, but I want to add something. It's very normal, like what you say, Sally, as a human being, to be aware from something dangerous, right? So but our mind as a human being, the job to protect us, to don't step for a known thing we don't even know. That's our subconscious mind, to stop
Yes.
us, from going forward for something unknown. That's very normal as a human being, right? But I was saying to you, Sally,
Oh, I think her internet.
Yeah,
Um,
she froze.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Najwa.
Are you here? Are you with us, Najwa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think her internet just
Froze a little bit, like maybe she got disconnected.
let's give it a few.
Oh, I
Oh,
back.
she's here again.
We lost you for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was listening for this lady. She worked as a therapy. So she was saying the people take risk more, or the people like they are like start something new, you know, and they are more brave to start something new. By the time they getting like a friend with fear, you know, like
Yes.
you know what, by practicing, by challenge themselves, you know, they come as a friend with fear, you know, they are able to like jump over this fear faster, and people, they never take any risk. So yes. So, so I wanna like totally agree with you, Sally. You know, fear is very normal. Like as a human being, is natural. You know, everybody like have to be aware. You know, but to be skeptical too much, that's, I don't think very good, because you're not gonna come be successful with something, you know, you really have or desire to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to stop you from exploring opportunities in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nothing wrong to be a skeptical. It's nothing wrong to be you know, fear. But I will say, like, go, like, if you want to start doing something new, go do your research. Go do you know, ask about it. Do your research. Face your fear little by little, step by step. You know,
Yeah.
and by the time, trust me, you will be friend with the fear.
Yeah, it will be your best friend. I totally agree, because fear, like, it's with us every day on every single decision. Even if you're gonna touch something, you're like, your mind, you're gonna think about, okay, should I touch it or should I not? So it's something that we live with it, and it's natural. It's coming from us as a human being, like you said. But we should like be also mindful that the fear should not take over and impact your decision on your daily basis on everything that you're going to do. You have to step back. If you feel like, okay, I'm scared, I don't want to do that, sit back, think about it, write down what do you feel like, why you don't want to do it, and do your research like Najwa said, and you go from there. You have to overcome this, otherwise you're going to stay in your place. Like, you're not going to move, you're not going to explore new things, you're not going to have you're not going to learn, you're not going to move forward. So
You're
it's
not gonna
really
grow. You're not gonna grow.
going to grow. Exactly. So that's something that we have to work on it, and everybody has the fear. So it's not like people has it, people don't. So it's like
Everybody has it.
exactly.
And the way I think about it, actually, it's not just that it prevents us from, like, it robs our opportunities to grow and learn. Many people just don't think about other people. So, like, for instance, like, all of us have gifts, we all have talents, and we are wired differently. So, like, what Najwa can offer is different from what Nawras can offer, what I can offer, right, as a person, as a human being. So a lot of people are out there, need those talents, need what we can offer them, need our voice, need what we can tell them, right? Even if it's a single word, or, you know, you can make up, like, you can make somebody's day with just, you know, like, just
Exactly.
something out there. And sometimes, because you're afraid of rejection, you're afraid of their how they are going to interpret this in their mind, or like how you look, it stops even people from getting what you can offer.
Yeah.
So you really have to get outside of this bubble and just don't think about, like, don't think too much about what's going to happen, because it's outside of your control somehow. So you just, as long as you have good intention and you're trying to explore things around you, it's okay. Like a little child, they are afraid, but not that much. They still, fall on the steps. They take 2-3 steps at a time because they are very curious and they want to explore life around them and their surroundings. So they don't let fear, stop them from that. And
Exactly.
I mean, some of my friends, sometimes they would tell me like that I am fearless or like I'm very brave. Well, actually, there is no human being who can be fearless, because fear is part of us. The only thing, or like the only difference that they see in me, is I can live beyond this fear. I deal with it. Like I try to dance with my fear, or like be a friend, what Nashwa said, because it's not going anywhere. Like my fear is not leaving me. It's there.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
I was reading a book for Liz Gilbert. Like she had this nice book. I'm not even done with it. It's called Creativity Beyond Fear, Creative Living Beyond Fear. And she had this nice little letter that she wrote to fear. So she had like a one-page letter that she wrote to fear. But in short, she said that every time she goes on a new journey in her life, or like she's trying to be creative with, like, what creativity kicks in, we're always afraid about what's going to come out, like what's the product, what are we going to do. So she said whenever she's going on a new project or a new venture in her life, she talks to her fear in the eye. Like she sits next to fear, like she has it in the chair, and she talks to them, and she says, okay, fear, you're going to be part of this journey, so I'm going to put you in the car, but you're going to be in the back seat. So she's acknowledging the fear, and she's saying that fear it's not going to go anywhere, but it's not going to stop her from creation and from writing what she wants to write, and from putting her voice out there. But she's limiting her fear that you're going to be on the journey, but you're going to be in the back seat. You're not going to touch the road maps. You're not going to steer the wheel. You're not going to direct us to where to go. But she's
Exactly.
acknowledging the fear and embracing it, and I loved it, because she's just very brave, and she's going beyond her fear, although it's in her backseat, but she's driving her fear wherever she wants, not following her fear. So I
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it too. Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Share Sally with us, please, your the book you're reading. Like we can.
Yeah, it's called Creative Living Beyond Fear.
Okay.
Creative Living Beyond Fear. And the author is Liz Gilbert, Elizabeth Gilbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really a good book, and I just like the way that she's handling her fear. As I said, like sometimes you need to be friend, or need to even dance with your fear. Like just take it where it can be comfortable and sit down, but do not let fear take over,
yeah,
because this is when you are paralyzed and you're not gonna do anything. You're just
Yeah.
exactly.
gonna follow your fear, and it's gonna stop us from blooming and
Yeah.
learning new things, like, and growing. Like when I started this business, like sometimes when I'm interviewing other people, like, hey, you were not afraid and you just jumped in. No, I was very afraid, but I didn't let fear stop me. That's the
Yeah,
Yeah.
only difference. That's the
Yeah.
only difference.
That's
I was afraid like everybody else, but I didn't let the fear control my decision. And that's
yeah.
the big point.
Yeah, that's right. I remember now, Sally and Nauras, when you study about something, or when you know more about like how now this business teach us about fear, right? Like teach us how to like get rid of fear, right? So
Yes.
I now this bring my memory back, when I used to start anything in you. I used to have this fear. I don't know what is this. Now I know it's fear,
Mhm.
but I used to feel it. Even when I come to United States, I used to feel afraid to talk to people in English. Why? Because my accent, probably my grammar is gonna be like they're gonna make fun of me. So
Yes.
that's one of the fear, right? So no, if I was in same mentality, same what I'm not gonna feel same way. I will go and talk. At least I am learning. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to speak. I'm trying to make my language better.
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
even yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead, Horace.
because always we think about what other people gonna say.
Exactly.
What they're gonna say that. People will say all the time. So do whatever you want to do and don't think about that, because the way how you think, oh, what they're gonna say about me is gonna stop you from everything, and you're gonna stay in your place. Like, you're not gonna grow, you're not gonna improve, you're not gonna do anything. Just keep thinking what people are gonna say about me. So yeah, it's really important. Like, you work on your mindset and forget about all these things. So
Yeah, I mean, like Najwa, you see now, this is like totally different, you know. Like literally, I used to hide behind my husband. That much I was afraid. That much I was like a shy, you know. But no, that's wrong. You know, you should get out your comfort zone. You know, because
Yes.
yeah, because we have to like grow as a person. You know, so yeah, even if you want to start a new job, you are afraid, right? Because it's
Yes.
known. You don't know what you can find over there. You don't know if you're gonna be happy, not happy. You don't know if you gonna know the strategy for the work. You know, so that's very normal.
Yeah. And
and when
going
you
back to
think,
the accent, sorry, no, I was going back to the accent. This was my fear too when I first came to the States. I mean, I speak English, but as an immigrant, I still had an accent. And over time, you realize that this is sometimes point of strength, not something to be shy from, because you're bilingual. I mean, we always think what they will think of us. Oh, like they have a strong accent. They don't know how to speak English like us because we were not raised and brought in this country, right? But you're
Yeah.
coming in, you're knowing their language and you're speaking their language and you know your native language too. So you're bilingual. Many people here who are grown here just speak only one language, right?
Exactly.
and you have to be proud of yourself that you talk more than one language, and you
Exactly.
tried and you learned, and you keep trying that you can talk another language and speak a different language. So it's like myself, I'm proud of myself, even though if I do mistakes, sometimes I don't talk perfectly, but
It's
I'm
okay.
good. I'm good. Like,
Yes.
I speak 3 language. I'm so happy about that.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
it's
perfect.
yeah, so it's a good thing. Right?
Feroz, you speak Arabic, English, and French, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bilingual.
yeah,
exactly.
Good for you. Good for you.
yeah,
So we have to be proud of ourselves. Like,
exactly.
Yes.
anything improvement you make, something new that you learn, a new step you take, you have to be proud of yourself.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you, ladies. I don't want to take more time from your day. So thank you so much. It was really nice talking to you, and I hope that we give some value. And yeah, we will see you again soon. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you, Nora.
Thank you, Naros and Najwa, for this nice live, and we'll see you guys for the next live.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
day.
Bye. Bye.